Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome to a spiritual remedy. My name is Sunshine Day, and what a joy it is to greet you on this Monday morning. Wow, lots happening in the world. We have just finished a weekend of high holy days in the U.S. and around the world for many, many people. And I want to know where you're calling in from, where you're tuning in from. Actually, uh, let me know your name. Let me know what's happening where you are in the world, so that I can greet you and say good morning. So yeah, we've just got completed, right? We just completed yesterday celebrating Easter. Hey Nancy, how are you, beloved? Good to have you on the show today. We just got done celebrating Easter, Passover, Ramadan, Passover even for Jehovah's Witnesses, and Passover for our Jewish community, Ramadan for our Muslim community, and for our Christian community, celebrating Easter. Hello, Vida Spiritual Living Center, Spiritual Learning Center. So glad that you're here. And Vida Spiritual Learning Center is, of course, hosting our show today. And if you are ready to dive into learning all about spirituality, not religion, but spirituality and a philosophy of living your best life, please contact us so that we can be your educators and that we can, in fact, take you along the path and be your guide along the path of discovering a God of your own understanding, a power of your own understanding. So here we are today. I just want to breathe. And there's two things that I wanted to talk about, but I also want to find out from you what you want to talk about as well. I love um, I love getting uh, the gratitude text messages from folks. Hello, Bertha. Good morning. And I am so grateful for you too. Um, so grateful. So the two things that I want to talk about is um, one, what to do when you're frustrated and when things are not going your way. Um, what to do. Good morning, Alina. As soon as I get a date, Alina, for the open house of Vida Spiritual Learning Center, I will publish it so that you can be around. Want you to definitely come. So just want to let everybody know that we are going to have an open house for Vida Spiritual Learning Center, and that everyone is invited. Okay, so yeah, what to do when you are frustrated, when things are not necessarily going your way, how to like live through that. And I just want to tell you how grateful I am to all of the text messages that I keep getting um, from the gratitude list, from the list of appreciation, and just how rich our lives are. So if you have not joined our gratitude list, now it is, I'll tell you this, it is one-on-one. You send me your gratitude list, I send you my gratitude list. And sometimes it's just one thing that I'm in particularly grateful for or appreciate, and sometimes it's a whole long list. But here's a number, and I appreciate it when you go ahead and make sure that you just send it to me and I send it to you back. So I want to just share with you somebody who sent me a text message, and that person shall remain anonymous unless they out themselves on the show. Um, and it was based on the show about the what if up. What if up? That sometimes when we're frustrated, when we're down and out, when things are not going our way, that we always think about, or the tendency might be to think about all the doom and gloom that happens. And the what if up is usually, well, what if this is for my highest and best? What if I actually, work this out? What if this actually turns around and it ends up being more than I want it to? And this morning, I was just overjoyed to get a text message that said, what if today I live in the joy that God created me to be? What if today I live in the joy that God created me to be? I tell you, like, I got chills, the hairs on my arms stood up, and imagine that being the affirmation for the morning. Imagine that being like the go-to for today, right? So I'll share with you that I'm on a countdown for my birthday on April 13th, which is on Thursday, and my beloved and I are going on a trip to take a vacation in the Caribbean. And her flight was booked for this morning at 12:55 a.m. and my flight is booked for in the morning at 12:55 a.m. But I booked them all at the same time. I booked them both at the same. We were supposed to be on the same flight, and like I woke up to my prayer, meditation, and all of that stuff, right? And then I look at my cell phone, and I'm getting text messages that someone has made their transition on Easter Sunday. And that these flights are just kind of a little bit screwed up, and I'm going, whoa, 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 like the woo, 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 but I also later get, what if today I live in the joy that God has created me to be? And what a great reminder, that the what can be considered like two steps back, I get a one step forward text, like two step back text, one step forward text, and that one step forward text, what if I live in the joy that Spirit has created me to be? And I'm getting on the phone talking with the airlines, but wait, no, I'm lying. I'm not talking. I'm actually on hold. I'm on hold for over an hour and a half. And I finally got someone to get on the phone right before starting the show. And it's interesting to recognize the mind chatter. What happens for you when you're on hold, when there's a problem, when there's a challenge? What does your mind chatter tell you? And what are the things that you entertain while you're on hold? So it was a great opportunity for me to look at what I entertain while I'm on hold, and the kind of ping pong that happens. I wonder if that happens for you. Does that happen for you when something doesn't go your way, or when you're on hold, or when someone else made an error or mistake? Or do you say that it's an error, a mistake? I found myself going through all of those things. I want to hear from you if that happens for you. Where your mind goes when there is seemingly something wrong, something that doesn't go the right way. So, breathing into this, what I noticed was jitters in my belly. And I think that it's important to recognize what happens in the body, because we are physical beings, right? We are human beings, spiritual beings, and human beings. We are that. We are that. We're this spiritual essence that is living us, that life force, that spirit, that indwelling power and presence that animates the body, and we are the body. And so I got an opportunity to just kind of recognize and pause and recognize, I'm feeling some jitters in my belly. And what do I call it? What do I name it? I could name it excitement. I could name it nervousness. I could say I'm hungry. Or what, I could name it all these things, but I just noticed without labeling it, I noticed. But I noticed also the mind chatter. Oh, what is that? And how come that's happening? And it's wrong or it's right? Or is it excitement or is it fear? Or is it like, could this really be? Why did they jack this up? I mean, like the physical sensation and then the mental thoughts, just noticing the mental thoughts. Did they mess this up? Why am I saying that they messed it up? Maybe it's not messed up. Maybe it's just a glitch in the matrix. Like maybe it's just this kind of thing. And so noticing that and then breathing and pausing and breathing and going, everything is coming together for my highest and best. Everything is coming together for my highest and best. And let me also prepare. I told Rev Kev, who co-produces the show with me, and I texted him. I go, hey, I'm on hold. I may not be able to do the show, and it's just like, there might be that possibility as it's getting closer and closer and closer to showtime, and getting back the gentle response. Okay, we'll prep. Just in case you get off, in time and we can do the show. And it's like, yeah, exactly. And having people surrounding me that remind me of truth, that remind me of, oh, okay, well, that might be a possibility. And the possibility might also be that if you get off the phone on time and are able to do the show, we're still prepared. We're still ready to go as if things are in line. And I wonder for us as human beings, these powerful, divine spiritual beings in this human experience, being human beings as well, how our mental chatter either supports us or defeats us. How it supports us or defeats us. And how setting up a regular practice actually gets us back on track to actually seeing the glass half full instead of half empty, gets us on track to actually calling forth and bringing forth our highest and our best. Because as our thoughts focus on the doom and gloom, that is what is going to kind of pop up from our life experience. Whereas when we actually look for the good, I like to think about it like as proofreaders and as teachers sometime, when teachers say, are grading papers, and are we looking for the good? I know that I have some teachers on live with me today, and you can attest to this probably, right? Like, are we looking for the errors all the time, like a proofreader, like to what's wrong? So in other words, there's these thousands and thousands or even hundreds of words that are correct, right? And from all of these things that are correct, these theories and things that are correct, are you looking for what's wrong? And how is it that we then train ourselves so often to only look for what's wrong in the world of so many things that are so right, in the realm of reading a paper that is so right? And I fall prey to that often. I find myself in a ping pong match, like, how could they have screwed this up? Well, who said they screwed this up? What if they didn't screw this up? What if this is actually just, something wonderful, something, something amazing, and it's right, but there's just a mistake here somewhere. And it was great because when I got the perfect person to answer the phone, and she was like, hello, I'm such and such, how may I help you? And I was like, hello, beloved, and thank you for helping me. I'm sure you can. And it just took a few minutes and some additional questions, and it's like, relief. I now have relief. And so what are some of the situations and circumstances in your life where things present themselves and we go off the deep end. We go off the deep end to where everything is going to hell in a handbasket compared to starting our day off with, what if today I live in the joy that Spirit created me to be? What if today I lived in the abundance that Spirit created me to be? What if today I lived in the ease and the grace and the flow that Spirit created me to be? Thank you, Bertha. Bertha says, when my mind chatter is defeating, you remind me of the truth of who I am, and then I again choose to live in those truths. Thank you. Yeah, sometimes we need to hear the voices of people around us, and that's why, want to lift up Rev Kev. It was like, okay, I'm gonna get the show ready, so we can, move forward, right? We need to have a community, a spiritual learning community, and that's what Vida is. Vida is a spiritual learning community, whether we're online, whether we meet in person, that we are a spiritual learning community where we learn together. We learn to live our best life, where we learn and we can actually hear because we're hearing one another over and over again, talking about laying down the weapons of mass distraction, about what if what if today I lived in the joy that Spirit created me to be, right? Like, Bertha, I'm going to hear you all day today. What if today I could live in the joy that God created me to be? Where people also remind me. So I get that I am like the convener of this, but I also get to be uplifted by you. That's what community is. And so that we hear each other's voices instead of hearing those nagging voices of our childhood that say you're not going to amount to anything. You're no good. You're a cheater. You're a thief. You're this. You're that. You're dumb. All of that good stuff. All of that negative stuff, rather, that really doesn't serve us. So hear this today. Hear this. You are the unique, unrepeatable, magnificent, powerful, brilliant, amazing way that Spirit, that life, that higher power shows up in human form. That's who you are, beloved. That's who you are. You are life itself. You are this creative intelligence in human form. And you impact life everywhere you go, life around you, life in you, life as you. And what if you use that power for good? That power and presence that is living you, what if you use that to uplift humanity? To remind humanity of its magnificence, of its power, of its beauty, of its intelligence, of its splendor. What if you use that today to uplift someone, to help someone stay sober, stay abstinent? What if you use that today for yourself and for other people? I see a world where clean and sober people, where people who have laid down the weapons of mass distraction are living their best life and loving it. And that's the spiritual learning community that we're creating here and that we have created here and that is growing and that continues to flourish. What if we did that right now? This is what I believe can be done. And so it is in the spirit of recognizing the what if up today, when challenging times come, the what if up. What if I could live in the joy that Spirit created me to be? That's the word for today. That's the message for today, that no matter what if I could live in the joy that Spirit created me to be? Thanks so much for tuning in. Know that you are loved. Please tune in to Vida Spiritual Learning Center for more information. Ananda, thanks for the happy birthday message. Know that you are all loved. And until the next time, be well. Thanks for tuning in. Bye for now.